You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, the other day we lost the great Jim Brown, all-time great NFL running back. Jim Brown didn't play that long. I believe he only played 9 seasons. He retired like at the age of 29. And a lot of people consider him to be the greatest running back of all time. Now, since Jim Brown died the other day, one particular NFL owner has now released his top 5 NFL players of all time. And it's actually causing some controversy because this particular owner, Jim Irsay of the Colts, actually had the great Peyton Manning as his quarterback for a long time. And guys, he didn't put Peyton Manning in his top 5, and Colts fans are not liking this whatsoever, guys. Now, I got to be honest, guys. I don't have Peyton Manning in my top 5 NFL players of all time, but I do have him as a top 5 quarterback of all time. I actually do have him at number 5. I have Tom Brady at 1, Joe Montana at 2, John Elway at 3, Roger Staubach at 4, and Peyton Manning at number 5. Now, even Joe Montana didn't even crack his top 5. Jerry Rice, nowhere to be found on his top 5. Let's look at this, guys, because he did release his list here, and he put out this tweet. He says, on my list of top 5 greatest NFL players of all time, in our 103-year history, I have top 5 as number 1, Jim Brown. Number 2, Tom Brady at number 2, guys. John Elway at number 3, Deacon Jones at number 5, and Reggie White at number 5. Deacon Jones, number 4, I'm sorry. So that is his list right there, guys. Now, Deacon Jones, I know he was a great player, but Deacon Jones was way before my time. Never saw him play. But, you know, Jim Brown, too. I mean, he was before my time also as well. Never saw him play. A lot of people do consider him to be the greatest running back of all time. Of course, you know, you got Barry Sanders out there. Emmitt Smith, the all-time leading rusher. Very, very subjective, okay? But his list is causing controversy because he left Peyton Manning out of his top 5 NFL players of all time. And he also has 2 quarterbacks ahead of Peyton Manning. Now, let's be honest, guys. Tom Brady, he is the GOAT. To me, Tom Brady is the greatest football player of all time, if you ask me. John Elway, I already told you guys, he's in my top 3 on quarterbacks. John Elway was tremendous. He went to 5 Super Bowls, and 3 of those teams had no business being in the Super Bowl. That's why he actually got demolished a few times in the Super Bowl. I mean, he went up against Joe Montana, and boy, they got the doors blown off of them. The doors blown off of them. And I mean, John Elway was tremendous. He was great with his legs also as well. But he did win on 2 Super Bowls at the end of his career when he actually had a complete team. John Elway was the real deal. Reggie White, man, he was great, man. The Minister of Defense, can't go wrong with him. Now, I probably wouldn't have Reggie White and Deacon Jones in my top 5. I mean, you got to have Jerry Rice in there. You got to have Jerry Rice. You got to have Joe Montana in there. So I would definitely take them out right there. Okay? But Jim Irsay is getting some backlash right here from Colts fans. Look at this tweet right here. Publicly disrespecting the greatest player in Colts history isn't the move, Jim. Let's hop off Twitter for a few days, huh? But I believe he's being real, man. Jim Irsay, older than me. He probably knows the game much better than me. And he's talking about the whole entire 103-year history. But I believe that that makes it even harder because what about Don Hutson? You know? I mean, Don Hutson was light years better than any wide receiver at his time. You know, plus some other players as well. Otto Graham. Otto Graham was all-time great. You can make a case he should be in the top 5 of all time when you're talking about the whole entire 103-year history. He's right up there. So this list is very, very hard to build. You know what? Jim Irsay should have said, you know what? The greatest player since 1960 or something like that, would have been better. But anyway, look at this. Next one here. He's got John Elway ahead of Peyton. You got to be kidding me. No, I got John Elway ahead of Peyton too. I do. John Elway played in a completely different time, wasn't a passing league, and his offensive weapons were not good. Not good. Even, look at this. Even Jim Irsay ends up responding here, and he actually tweets out again. I don't have that tweet actually pulled up, but he puts up, no doubt, Peyton, Barry Sanders, Jerry Rice in top 10. It's just that Elway didn't have great offensive players around him until the end, when he won 2 in a row and his feet weren't remarkable and his feet were remarkable. I'm sorry. Because I was like, wait, his feet aren't remarkable? Yeah, he had good feet, really good feet. But anyway, from his baseball talent. That is the reason why he has John Elway over Peyton Manning. I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful to Peyton Manning, but he is catching heat here. Next comment here says Peyton Manning is 3-2 in head-to-head playoff games against the, quote, second greatest player in NFL history. And of course, we're talking about Tom Brady right there. And I'm pretty sure that this probably really, really hurts a bunch of Colts fans and Peyton Manning fans, is that Tom Brady is ranked ahead of Peyton Manning. But let's be real, everybody has Tom Brady above Peyton Manning. Everybody does. And I know that Peyton is 3-2 against Tom Brady in the playoffs. It is what it is. But Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls. He's been to 10. He's won 7. Peyton Manning was no slouch. He went to 4, won 2. But man, he was done. He was done as an NFL player when he actually played for the Broncos and won that last Super Bowl. I mean, Peyton Manning that season had to be one of the worst QBs of all time to actually play in a Super Bowl at that point. I'm talking about for that one particular season. Peyton Manning was a terrible quarterback that season. I'm not talking about for his career, but that wasn't Peyton Manning the way we actually knew him back then. So, and Peyton Manning is all-time great. Like I said, I got him in number 5. I have him in number 5. Let's see here. Next one. If you wonder why Peyton Manning associates with the Broncos, right there. I mean, boy, I don't have a problem with his top 5 lists. Mine would be just a bit different, but no doubt about it, man. He has a whole bunch of all-time great players in his top 5. Let's read another one here. Okay, so you and Peyton Manning actually hate each other. I don't think they hate each other. I really don't. But I wouldn't have Peyton Manning in my top 5 of all-time players either. I wouldn't. And Peyton Manning was great. But Peyton Manning ain't cracking my top 5 of all time. He just cracked my top 5 of quarterbacks. Now, there's a whole bunch of other positions in the NFL. Now, if you want to take the totality, I'm not going to have Peyton Manning over Jerry Rice. I got to go Jerry there as well. Jerry was tremendous. I mean, I believe when it comes to Irsay's list, I believe that's the biggest. Montana and Jerry Rice right there. That's the 2 I would actually have on his list if that was me. You got to have them in there, if you ask me. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports 2 fans. Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.